Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, The Scent Obsessed Mom. My name is Lauren, and today I am going to do a video specifically for all you clean girlies out there. So if you are looking for affordable fragrances that are of the clean, fresh type variety, I got you covered. I've got a couple perfumes as well as some body mist to show you, and just so you know, I've done a couple videos today, all with this birthday banner in the background because my son is turning 9 today. Yesterday we celebrated and did his family party, which is why I still have this up behind me. It was the only really good place that made sense that was central in the house to hang this up. So this is our background for today. So anyway, now personally, I'll start out by saying personally, historically, I have been more of a vanilla gourmand lover. But as I've gotten older, as many of us do, my scent preferences have slightly changed and grown and expanded. And I've really come to appreciate a wider variety of scent profiles, which I think is a good thing. So towards the end, it really was not until I remember when I was much younger, being able to appreciate more fresh, clean scents. And then, you know, I had a long period up until honestly, I don't know, this last summer where I really didn't wear any of those kinds of scents. And then for whatever reason, towards the end of this summer, I started to really get into those fresh, clean, laundry scents, soapy scents, and anything and everything in that category. And I started to get a little bit more into unisex scents as well. So I added quite a few to my collection. I have decluttered some, but I'm going to show you the ones that have stayed in my collection that are my current favorites. Some are a little bit newer, some are a little bit older. I have one that's a 90s throwback that I'm going to include. And so, yeah, I'm going to get right into it. I'm basically just going to give you a brief overview of each fragrance and the notes, what year it came out, and what I like about it. So if that sounds good, stick around. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm a new channel, and I really, really appreciate your support as I grow my audience. So, all right, so let's start with the perfumes. I have 5 different perfumes for you here. The first one is a Banana Republic fragrance. This is not one that I had seen. I'd watched a lot of reviews on Banana Republic fragrances on YouTube and like social media, but this is one that I don't think I had seen a review on, and it is Neroli Woods. I happened to pick this one up at, I believe it was Burlington. So the good thing about these is you can often find these. I've seen multiple different Banana Republic fragrances at places like Burlington, Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, places like that. So you can get them for pretty affordable prices. And this is the bigger bottle. I think this is like, yeah, 2.5. So this one came out in 2018. It is a unisex fragrance. In the top, we have notes of neroli, mandarin leaf, and coconut nectar. In the mid, orange blossom, frangipani, solar notes, and peony. And in the base, sandalwood, cedar, ebony, and amber. So I already have tested quite a few fragrances today, and so I'm just going to spray this on a little piece of paper here. Hey, Bubba. I have my toddler here. Yeah, so it's good on paper, just like, but of course, just like many perfumes, I feel like it's even better on your skin. Yeah, I really enjoy this, and this is truly a unisex scent, in my opinion, that I feel like men and women could pull off. I don't really feel like it leans strongly in one direction or the other. You definitely get that neroli, maybe just a tiny hint of coconut nectar. I mean, I don't really pick that up. Maybe just a little bit. I don't know mandarin leaf like I know mandarin, so I don't know if that's more of a green note maybe. Definitely get the orange blossom. I'm not super familiar with frangipani. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some florals in there. And then I really love that base, that sandalwood, cedar, ebony, and amber. It's just such a fresh, clean, and I don't know if everyone would call this or describe it as a laundry scent or a soapy scent, but to me, it kind of has that vibe. It reminds me of fresh, clean laundry. So if you're looking for a scent like that, I would highly recommend trying this one. I think it's got decent strength and longevity as well. So again, that one is Neroli Woods from Banana Republic. The second one that I have is from a company called Clean Collective, I believe is the actual company name. So they have a classic line, they have a reserve line. This one is from their classic line and it is called Simply Clean. Now this one I don't know that they make anymore, but if they don't, you can find it on Mercari, eBay, I think FragranceNet, lots of places like that. So this one is pretty simple notes-wise, and I believe this is considered unisex as well. This came out in 2020, and the notes are lavender, white musk, and bergamot. This one reminds me just a little bit of another really popular scent from Clean called Skin. Obviously not exact, but similar in some ways. Yeah, this is such a nice, slightly sweet, musky skin scent. And I think that's the part of it that reminds me of the Skin fragrance. The lavender is there, but it's not super in your face. So if you're not a huge lavender fan, I wouldn't let that scare you off of this one. Maybe a tiny bit of the lemon, or not lemon, I'm sorry, bergamot. Definitely that white musk. I just think this is such a nice, smooth blend. I would say this one has decent strength, especially if you spray a decent amount, which I normally do anyway. And I think it's got decent longevity. It's not one that's going to like dissipate on you right away, but it is going to soften down into a little bit more of a softer skin type scent. But I think it's really, really pretty, guys. Really, really enjoy this one. And like I said, I definitely think this is another one where, women can pull it off, men could pull it off as well. So again, that one is Simply Clean by Clean. Now, the next one is Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Intense. Now, the intense part is important, at least in my opinion. So when I was much younger, I'm talking like maybe junior high, high school, I remember I had a little bottle of the original Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. So this particular version, though, the Intense version, came out in 2017. Now, way back in the day, I loved that original Light Blue. I think it might have been over this last summer. I kind of resampled it, and it smelled basically like I remembered. I did like it, but I didn't completely love it, mainly because the lemon note in that one is pretty sharp. It's pretty in your face. So what I like about the Intense version, and again, this came out in 2017. I'll go ahead and give you the notes first. In the top, we have lemon and Granny Smith apple. In the mid, jasmine and marigold. And in the base, musk and amberwood. Go ahead and spray this. Yeah, I really, really love this, guys. This became one of my top favorite fragrances to wear over the summer. I think I'm going to pull it back out in the spring. I think this is one of those ones, as with probably multiple here that I'm going to show you, that work a little bit better in the spring and summer. Not that you couldn't wear some of these. Obviously, you can wear them whenever you want. I'm just, just saying. Yeah, I love that. And to me, the lemon is definitely there, but it's a little bit, it just doesn't smell as sharp to me as it does in the original Light Blue. It blends in a little more, it's a little more smooth, and in my opinion, blends in a little more nicely with the other notes. And you definitely get some of that musk and amberwood in the base. Yeah, personally, I prefer this one to the original Light Blue. I know a lot of people love that fragrance, but if you like the basic DNA and smell of Light Blue, but you feel like the lemon is a little too much, try the Intense version. You definitely do want to make sure that it is for women, okay? Because sometimes the bottles can be a little misleading and it doesn't jump out at you right away if it's the women's version or the men's version. Because I'm pretty sure, I know they make a men's version of the original Light Blue. I believe there's also a men's version of the Intense. So just make sure that it is the women's version that you're getting. But I will be wearing the heck out of this once the warmer weather gets back here for sure. So that is, again, Light Blue Intense from Dolce & Gabbana. You're going to hear my toddler. The next one up is the 90s throwback that I was telling you about, and it is none other than the one and only CK1. So I actually never owned this back in the day. I remembered a lot of I was born in the 80s, raised mainly in the 90s. And then I was in high school in the early 2000s. So I knew like some cool older kids, you know, that wore this fragrance, or maybe even some adults. So I did remember the smell. I don't remember what made me curious about it again, if it was like a YouTube video or if I just happened to see it in a store. This one, I believe I got at Ross, if I'm not mistaken. Nice big size bottle that'll last me a while. But I was curious, and I don't even know if I got a sample. I was just like, I remember liking it. I'm going to go out on a limb. It was a pretty decent price. I'm going to try it again. Oh, I know what I did. I got the body spray first, like the body mist, which you can find a lot of these too on like Walmart, Amazon, as well as your discount stores at pretty good prices. And I really liked it, like almost even more than I remembered. So this is definitely a unisex scent. It came out all the way back in 1994 when I was 9 years old. So yeah, I'm going to be 40 this month. So the top notes, there are a ton of notes in this one, guys. So bear with me. In the top, we have lemon, green notes, bergamot, mandarin, pineapple, cardamom, which I love cardamom, and papaya. In the mid, we have lily of the valley, jasmine, violet, rose, nutmeg, that's an interesting one, freesia, and orris root. And in the base, we have green accord, musk, cedar, green tea, sandalwood, oak moss, and amber. That's a mouthful. So lots of notes. But yes, so again, very unisex, fresh, clean fragrance. Try to spray it somewhere I don't have anything else. Great strength and longevity in my experience. Yeah, I just love that, guys. I don't know what it is about that. And it's such a nostalgic 90s scent. I think a lot of these are really starting to come back into, starting to regain popularity. I'm going to give myself a headache. I've smelled so many perfumes today. I have to be careful. But yeah, it's just such a fresh, clean, citrusy, slightly sweet, but not too sweet. I love it. I love it. And yeah, I don't feel manly wearing it, but at the same time, lots of men wore it and still wear it, and it smells good on them too. So again, another great unisex option if you're looking for something nice and fresh and clean. It's very inoffensive. Like, I really don't see how you can go wrong with CK1. So there's that one. And the last perfume that I have is one that I just recently discovered. I'd heard of it before, but it was prior to my whole fresh clean phase, right, that I got into this last summer. And so when I was researching this particular person's line of perfumes, this is a celebrity perfume. This wasn't the first one that jumped out at me because of the notes. But when I got into my fresh and clean phase this past summer, it popped back up somewhere. I think I saw this one at Burlington, perhaps. It was, I'll just go ahead and show you. It's Platinum Rush by Paris Hilton. So there was a little set that came with this smaller size, like one, I think this is a 1 ounce bottle, and a body mist that went with it. So I have this little body mist as well. I like to layer these together. It's not like stellar longevity. I did end up having to reapply it, but it has decent strength to it. And it's not terrible as far as longevity. It's not stellar, like I said. So in the top, and this one did come out in 2018, in the top for Platinum Rush, we have pear, mango, red apple. In the mid, watery notes, green accord, magnolia, lily of the valley, and floral notes. And then in the base, we have cashmere, musk, patchouli, and amber. So this was a blind buy. This was a blind buy. When I got it home, though, I was very pleasantly, I don't know if I should say surprised, but I was happy with it. I'd heard people in reviews say that it smelled masculine. I don't think it's super masculine, but it is kind of unisex, which is interesting because I don't believe it's marketed that way. I mean, it's definitely not. It's definitely very feminine packaging, and it's part of her regular Rush line, which has like, you know, all the other feminine perfumes. So I can definitely see, though, how this could be worn by a man as well. So again, it is a little more unisex smelling, but still has a little bit of femininity too, as well, in my opinion, if that makes sense. But again, very different from the other ones in this line. It's not a floral fruity. It's not a gourmand. Doesn't have any vanilla. Just such a nice, pleasant, fresh, clean, perfumey scent. And I'm really enjoying it personally. So again, Platinum Rush, by Paris Hilton, and these are really cheap, guys. You can get these all over the place as well. I don't know. I know she has a Paris Hilton website. I don't know which of these are still available, but if not, again, Amazon, Walmart, sometimes in your discount stores, you can find these. So even the ones that are everything I'm showing you, even if they're no longer, some of them are still made, I think. Even if they're no longer made, there's lots of places online you can find them, and many times a lot cheaper than retail. If nothing else, if all else fails, Mercari, eBay are always good places to look as well. Okay, so that's it for my perfumes. For my Fresh and Clean body mist, again, I'm not going to go back over this one, but we have the Platinum Rush. I think for body spray, this has pretty decent strength. So you could probably get away with, even though you probably have to reapply it, like I said, you could probably get away with just getting the body mist and testing that out first if you just want something a little bit lighter or before you splurge for the actual perfume. Okay, the next one up is more of a floral clean scent, and I've mentioned this, I believe, in at least one other video. I got my little Marshall's sticker there where I found this. So the Kopari brand is not a cheap brand. I mean, you can get these at Ulta. I'm not sure where all else sells them. So not an inexpensive brand in my opinion, but again, I got this at Marshall's for $14.99. So you just got to know where to look. Again, Mercari had multiple of these the last time I looked as well. There were like maybe 3 other scents in this line that were kind of all like summer themed. This one is called Marbella Bloom, which is the pink one, and has notes of bergamot, neroli, and white flowers. Now this one surprised me. I'm not going to go into detail on how I kind of accidentally stumbled upon this one, but I was actually looking for a different Kopari one that had like some coconut and vanilla in it, and my daughter found this one, and I tested it, just gave it a little spray, and I was like, wow. Like, and again, this was kind of towards the end of this last summer where I was starting to get interested in fresher and cleaner scents. And I'm like, wow, like this is like a really, really pretty floral, yet not too floral, clean scent. And this is another one that reminds me of clean, fresh laundry. Something about it, especially as it dries down, has that vibe to it. It is a hair and body mist as well. Yeah, I fell in love with this one. It's just so, it's kind of a hard one to explain. I have not smelled any other body mists, at least, that smell just like this. And again, normally I wouldn't have picked this up because of the name. Anything that has flowers or bloom or garden or anything like that, and then I tend to shy away from, just because I'm not huge into like overly floral, like really floral forward perfumes. But to me, smelling my paper here, I think it has the white flowers, but it really has a lot of that bergamot and neroli as well, which I think is what's giving it that clean laundry vibe. It's just super pretty. So I love this. I wore it a ton. This would be perfect for, I think, especially spring and summer, but obviously like after shower or anytime you want to wear it, but love this one. So again, that was Kopari Marbella Bloom in the body mist. Okay, I don't have to stop spraying these guys because I'm giving myself a headache. I have done that multiple times before. Okay, next up with the body mist is Aqua Kiss by Victoria's Secret. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail again because I have reviewed this one or talked about it in other videos before. So this one, the notes are water lily and pink grapefruit. It's described as bright and fresh. This one has been around for quite a while. I don't remember what year, but it's been a part of Victoria's Secret core body mist line for a long, long time. Again, this is one in the past that I never would have picked up because I was never into fresh, clean, or aquatic scents. But this is such a nice, fresh, clean, out of the shower, again, spring, summer especially type scent, but it's perfumey. It's got like a perfumey quality to it. So if you're looking for that specific combination or scent profile of something that fits the bill for fresh and clean, but is also kind of perfumey, Aqua Kiss is great. I really have been enjoying this one. And I also have, I believe, the shimmer lotion that goes with it. The next one I have also talked about in other videos, Falling Water. I actually like this one probably even better than Aqua Kiss because it's just, there's just this cool, refreshing quality about it. And again, to me, the ideal time for this is warmer weather, spring, summer, and the really hot weather when you're just getting out of the shower or you're going outside on a really hot day and you just need something really light and refreshing that's not going to weigh you down. Dewy Pear and Blue Moss are the notes in this one. And again, normally I would have read those notes and kind of ran away. But now that my scent preferences and everything have expanded, I've really grown to love scents like this. So Falling Water is another good one. This is discontinued, but again, I think I found this one on like either eBay or Mercari, so it is still out there where you can find it. Okay. Let's see, we did Kapari. So the last one, but certainly not the least, is Ariel, which was part of the Disney Princess collection from Bath and Body Works. So this one really took me by surprise. This was actually a little before I got into my fresh clean phase, and so that's why at first I didn't pick it up. I knew I liked the smell of it, but I went back and forth on, am I actually going to wear this? I don't really wear a lot of scents like this. I don't know. So I hesitated on it, and then I think I ended up coming back and picking it up one of the times they brought it back for, I don't know if it was SAS over the summer or when, and then I liked it so much once I picked up the body mist that I ended up going back and picking up the lotion as well. So the notes in this one are sea salt breeze, golden citrus, coral waters. And to me, this is, in my opinion, this is a pretty unique scent, especially for Bath and Body Works. And I don't even have any other like fresh or aquatic type scents in my collection that smell real similar to this. There's just something about it. It's got that aquatic feel. You get that sea salt breeze, also the citrus, the coral waters, whatever that smells like, but I guess what I imagine coral waters would smell like. Yeah, I love this one. And so this is slightly unisex as well. I can see a man enjoying this scent as well, but it's not, I don't like things that like lean too masculine. That's not the case with this. It doesn't feel masculine. I think it's a very pretty women's scent, but again, I can see where it could be considered unisex as well. Love this one. This one definitely surprised me. And again, even though it's discontinued, all these things that I'm showing you are still out there if you look. And sometimes you can find really, really good deals. So again, that's Ariel from Bath and Body Works, part of the Disney Princess collection. So there you have it, guys. There's all of my, what I would consider my fresh, clean, or even like fresh laundry type scents that are currently in my collection. These are some of my favorites. The ones that have survived a few declutters here over the last couple months. So let me know in the comments what you think. Do you have any of these scents in your collection? What are your favorite? If you're a clean, fresh girly, what are some of, I would love to hear some of your recommendations. What are some of your favorites in this category, both body mist and perfumes, or body care even, body washes, lotions, all the things. Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you soon.